Okay. Good morning, everyone. My husband and my dog. All right, we're launching into a new kind of few weeks of extending our back care out into some new positions, but also just a little bit more flow with some music, maybe if I can get that going, and a little bit more kind of getting to know your body. So I'll tell you a little bit about that, but let's get ourselves centered first. So take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just notice the space around you. If you have any little friends in your space like me, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just noticing the sounds of this day, noticing what's here, coming into some presence, and then taking a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, feel as if that breath is really landing down through your body so that you're tuning in your practice rather than tuning out. We're here to really wake up and pay attention to our own bodies. And then I'd like you to continue to breathe as I tell you our focus for the day, but as you do so, what I'd like you to focus on is with each inhalation, lengthening the spine. So there's this subtle sense of a silver cord lifting you to the sky. And as you breathe out, have a sense of your body settling around that long spine. So while the spine with each inhalation is holding you with dignity and strength, with your exhalation, you're really tuning into the rest of the body and where you can relax. Let go of any tension that's not needed. So there's dignity and there's peace. And as you continue to breathe, our focus for today comes from two quotes. The first is from Aristotle. He says, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So as we come into our practice, we're not here to switch off and just blindly follow my instructions. We're here to set aside an hour to really get to know your own body. And so the second quote that goes with that, "The human body is not an instrument to be used, but a realm of one's being to be experienced, explored, enriched, and thereby educated." And so often in life, we're so busy doing what we want to do, running around, and our body just becomes this vessel that lets us do that, and we ignore it and ignore it and ignore it until our pain, our injury starts to say, "You can't ignore me any longer." So yoga is our space to renew our relationship with our own bodies, find out what's really good and nourishing. And so I invite you to bring your hands to your heart and create an intention for your practice today. How do I choose to be on this mat? Maybe one that reflects a willingness to be with this body, to be curious, to be open, to be compassionate, loving, cherishing, grateful, whatever it is. Set an intention for your practice today. And then breathing in, take the arms overhead, and breathing out, open wide. And repeat that, breathing in to open the arms, breathing out, to lift, to open wide. I'm just going to put some music on for activation. I don't have my Jabra, so you may not be able to hear me, so just kind of follow as we do the activation as you come to standing. Well done. So hopefully everybody found a space. It's kind of funny doing it without talking. So as you come to stillness, find your mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart, knees are soft. Left arm extends to the sky. And we begin to flow. And what I'd really like you to do as we come into EBR1 is we're going to connect the breath and the movement. So imagine that for this first part, the pose, the way the arms are flowing, the way the body is flowing is secondary to how the breath is flowing. So I'll start to talk you through that now. So the in breath is a lengthening of the spine, just like when we were sitting. The out breath is an extension to the side. Slowing it down now. In breath to lengthen. Out breath, extend. Slow it along. It actually makes it harder. In breath. Out breath. Long spine. One more. In breath. This is just for the breath. The spine's along for the ride. Out breath. Arm comes down. In breath. Both arms come to the sky. Out breath. Open wide. Again, in breath, lengthen, come up onto your toes. Pause here. Really lift to the sky. And then out breath, release down. In breath, come up the toes. Heels are lifted. Out breath, flow down. We're slowing the breath down. Come into the body. Breathe in. Long and strong. Breathe out. Now breathing in, we're going to make this a standing cat. Breathe in and take the shoulders back, stick your bottom out, look up a little bit if that's okay for your neck. Breathe out, tuck under, roll the shoulders forward, tuck the chin. Now go in your own time with your own breath. So the in breath opens you, and the out breath, this lovely contraction, flexion, rolling, rounding. And see what this offers. Your spine. This should be a master pose for most of us, whether you're doing it standing or on all fours. This cat-cow is so healing for the spine and the hips. And we're going to make that into a twist. So the hands stay inside the knees and breathe in as you open into the twist. Breathe out as you come back through center. Breathe in and open. Breathe out to center. Now that out breath, don't think of it as just coming through center. Think of it as resetting, lengthening the spine, and then moving into your twist. So that center point is lengthen the spine, reset the shoulders back and down, feel the four corners of your feet, and then you come into your twist. So out breath, resetting. Feel your body. In breath, twist. One more. Awake and aware of the movements of your body and how you're moving with your body. And then breathe in, lift your arms up to the sky. And breathe out, open wide. Beautiful. So arms lift, we come into this gentle twist. Breathe out, knees are soft, look over your shoulder. The feet are staying where they are. In breath, pause at the center. This is our reset. Find your posture. Breathe out. Knees are soft. Elbow leads you to the twist. Breathe in. And out. As you do this, have a little sense of the soles of your feet and what's happening with them. And now have a sense of your knees and what's happening with your knees as you move. And remember, we don't ever lock our knees in Drew Yoga. We keep them soft, just slightly off, straight, or even more. And now let's loosen things up. Step to the side and take that twist deeper. So of course, twists are another one of the main movements that your spine just craves, just soaks up. And it's one of those movements that if you've had an injury or back pain, you start to feel wary of. So that's why we come into it slowly. But each time, think about these twists as they're really wringing out the discs, bringing fluid. I know I've told you before, once you get past sort of your early 20s, your discs don't have their own blood supply. So for them to renew and get fluid movement, they need you to move and twist and bend to renew your discs, keep them plump and healthy. Last one. Back to center, and your hands float down. Now supporting your low back, give it a little rub, just tune into it for a second. And then find a spot where you feel like your back's nice and supported. Roll those shoulders back a few times. Really take the shoulders away from your ears. You might have a stretch in your wrists. And lift the heart. And breathe out. Flow down. Keep your hands on your back today. We don't always do that. Roll the shoulders back. Just come to tabletop position. Engage your glutes. Bend your knees and flow back up. Give your back a little rub, squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up, breathe out, come to tabletop position, and then let your hands flow down. Now just rest on your knees, press into your knees and lengthen through the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then bend deeply, drop your hips down, and rise up strong. This time take the arms overhead. We're coming in stages down, supporting the back, but also strengthening. Find that spot of support on your low back. Squeeze the elbows together. Stretch those wrists. Lift up. Sternum lifts. Breathe out. Flow down. Flat back. Pause. Breathe in. Bring your hands to your knees. Pause, look to the floor. Press into your hands, lengthen through the crown of your head. And then breathe out, flow down, release the hands if that's okay for you. If not, keep the hands on the knees for more support. And just letting gravity draw you down. And now as we begin to flow a bit with our practice, there's going to be these moments like this where I ask you to pause and then start to find some movement for yourself. So in this forward fold, I'm just going to put on another song. And you're just looking for a little bit of movement in this forward fold. And so pausing there in your forward fold, I wasn't going to leave you there too long your first time doing that. It's a little bit of a different way of practicing. So from this position, roll yourself up. You might have felt a little bit lost in there. What am I supposed to be doing? Join the crew. We're going to come down onto the mat. So it's actually kind of an advanced practice to do that, to try to sort of work with your own body and what do I do in this position? So I'm going to find some shapes like that, and we're going to pause like that with some music, and you're just finding your own way. So let's get our bottom out of the way. You have your left foot tucked into your inner thigh. Sit up nice and tall. You may want to hold the back of your right knee in front of your left knee, and just notice there is effort to hold your posture here. Again, we don't want that right knee locked. Keep it a bit soft as you lift to the sky. And try to get your ribs off your hips. So explore that possibility of your ribs lifting. Now, if this is really uncomfortable for you, maybe because your hamstrings are tight, then pop yourself up on a block or a cushion so your hips are higher. And then breathe out. Bring the hands behind you, fingertips pressing towards you. Breathe in and lift the heart. Roll the shoulders back. Look up. Breathe out, release that. Breathe in, take the arms high. Press your right heel down as you flow forward, and you're stretching above that right foot. You're not coming to the ground. It's as if there's something out in front of you and you're trying to grab it. And then breathe in, take the arms high. Breathe out, take them behind. Breathe in, lift the heart, look up. Breathe out, soften. Breathe in, lift to the sky. And breathe out, reach forward, lengthen, press that right heel down, tuck the chin in slightly. Feel the crown of the head is following in the direction of the arms. Breathe in, lengthen a bit more. And then breathe out, let the hands come down to the earth and then flow towards you. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, lift the arms. The heart. Breathe out, soften. Last one. Take the arms high. This is postural work here. Pause for a moment. Take those ribs off the hips. And then breathe out, lengthen forward. More postural work, more strengthening for the spine here as we press the heel down and use all those erector spinae muscles to hold you here in space. Breathe in, and then let the arms float down. And just pause here for a moment. And then you're looking for just subtle movements here of the spine. Once again, I'm just going to hit play and play some music. Just 30 seconds. Pause here and feel and move. And then coming out of that, just notice what that was like. Breathe in, take the arms high, and breathe out. Bring both legs forward. Roll yourself back onto your back. Bring the knees into your chest. Squeeze them right in. Hold there a moment, or breathe in and bring your nose into your knees. Squeeze yourself into a little ball. And then breathe out, let yourself roll down. And do a little massage of the low back. So besides finding moments where we can just kind of flow and rest in a pose and find our own variations, then we also look for these moments just to give a little bit of a massage to parts of our body. So we've done a little bit with our hands on our low back before we came into forward fold. Now this is a chance to massage through the movements of your legs. If you're not using your hands on your knees, then you're using your core to do this, which is a good thing. Or if they're feeling like you want the support, your hands can be moving your knees a little bit softer. And then we're going to meet it sitting again. So how you get there is either rolling to the side and coming up, or you can have a full spinal massage by rolling forward and back along the spine, if that's good for you. And then we roll up and we get to do our other side. So our left leg's forward this time, our right foot tucked in, checking to see if you want a block. I'll sit on a block this time so you can see. And maybe that knee needs some support as well. So breathe in and lift to the sky. Get those ribs off your hips. Breathe out, let the hands come behind. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the sternum. Postural work, opening the pecs. Breathe out, soften. Breathe in, lift again. And breathe out, you're reaching forward as if there's a package or something you're trying to get that's out in front of you. You're pressing into that left heel. You're looking down towards your foot so the back of the neck is long. Reach forward another millimeter, use your strength. And then breathe and rise up. Lengthen, lengthen, and breathe out. Hands come down. Breathe in, lift the heart. Really squeeze behind the shoulder blades. See if you can get your shoulders another centimeter down, away from the ears. And then breathe out, release. Breathe in, lift to the sky. This is active. Take yourself higher, make yourself longer. And then breathe out, reaching forward. I'm going to get rid of the block, makes it harder. If you're up on the block, you may need support for that knee. Well, harder because the knee's there. I did support my knee. Reach forward, lengthen, back of the neck is long, holding. And then this time with the breathing out, bring your hands down to the earth. Draw them back towards you. In breath high, one more round. And out breath opens you. In breath, squeeze, squeeze. This is important work. Open the heart, shoulders down and back. Breathe out, soften. Postural work. Get yourself tall. Reach through the fingertips. You should feel your abdominals engaged to make yourself a little bit taller again. And then breathe out. Flow forward, lengthen, lengthen, press into that heel. Breathe in a little bit longer through your fingertips. And breathe out, let the hands come down, pause there, and you're going to take a few moments to flow here. And then pausing there, rising up, both legs come forward, stretch through your heels and open wide. And then taking your legs over to the side. So this is called Bharat Bhajas pose. And sitting up nice and tall. So notice the effort it takes to sit in this way. It probably is quite helpful to have a cushion or a block underneath one buttock. So this left buttock here, in the same position as me, just makes some ease there, or even the edge of a cushion. And then we're going to breathe in, lift to the sky, and breathe out, turn towards that open knee and make it into a twist. Breathe in, arms rise up. Breathe out, twist the other way. Breathe in, arms come up. And pausing here, you're going to just do a little sway, side to side. So there's effort here in doing that. We're making side bends. And then breathe in and make that first twist again. So that's our flow. Again, you're doing good postural work. Breathing in. Breathe out, twist. Each time you breathe in, when you lengthen your spine, and make sure that your hips are coming off and your ribs are coming off your hips. And then you can feel the effort in your sway. So try to keep the shoulders a bit soft, even with the lengthening of the arms. You can feel perhaps the muscles that are working to hold you here. And breathe in, lengthen. You may even like to look up if that's nice for you. And then breathe out, return to that original twist. And then just pause here a moment. And breathe. Feel the breath coming down to your belly. With the in-breath, the spine is long. With the out-breath, see if you can get that left shoulder to come around a little bit more, guiding you gently into a deeper twist. In-breath is long. Belly is filling. Out-breath, soften the belly, but feel that left shoulder opening. And then with your next in-breath, look towards me. So look over the right shoulder. And out-breath, look over the left. In-breath. So finding a little bit of ease through the neck. Even as we pause here and work on these postural muscles. And out. And then take both arms overhead once again. Stretch to the sky. And breathe out. Flow down. Now, if you have a block underneath your bottom, take it away. Bring your hand over to the left to support you. And we're going to lift up. And it's going to feel quite lovely once you get there. So the weight goes into your left hand. You come up onto your knees. And then just take that right arm high. And we come into a little bit of a back bend. Really press those hips high. And then breathe out, flow down. Just see what that felt like for you. If that's too strong, just play with whatever sort of movement you can do there that would allow this opening. Maybe you don't come right up onto your knees. Maybe it's just a leaning back and opening the heart. But we're just looking for that gentle back bend and the strength work there. One more time. So again, you might not be lifting right up, but we just want to get that heart coming forward. And breathe out. Lovely. Now bring the legs forward. Give the knees a little shake. And then let's come to the other side. And if the knees this is too deep a work for your knees on the ground, you could be doing this sitting in a chair with your legs off to one side. So again, we're in Bharadvaja's twist. Take the arms high. And then twist towards the open side, so away from your feet. Breathe in. Arms high, twist the opposite way now towards your feet. Breathe in. And this time holding elbows. Take the elbows back behind your ears if you can. Drop the shoulders down and a little sway. That sway for you might just be a millimeter side to side as you wake up these long supportive postural muscles, or you might be able to get quite a bit of sway. So just tuning into your own body, what feels supportive, what feels nice, what feels strengthening. And then breathe and lift to the sky and twist towards the open side. Breathe into the sky. Twist towards the feet. Lift towards the sky. Now we're going to come back into that original twist towards the open side, and this is where we hold and breathe. So with each inhalation, there's a lengthening, a real sense of dignity, as if you're trying to press the crown of your head right up into the clouds. With each exhalation, you explore the twist, so drawing that shoulder around, that hip around. You're not cranking on that left hand into the knee to force the twist, but rather using the muscles around your spine to draw you into the twist. And that forward hand is just for support. The heart is really open, so the shoulder blades are engaged and the breath is flowing down into the belly. Really let the belly expand. This is an important part of yoga, these deep breaths that create vagal tone in a very important cranial nerve that we have that connects into every organ pretty much in your torso. And now look forward as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, look behind. Breathe in through the nose each time if you can, and out through the nose, twisting through the head one more time. Beautiful. And then release the arms, take them high. One last time. And breathe out. Come off your block or cushion if you're on one. And let's meet down on our bellies. So we need to work with this back bending position and with our glutes. So extend the arms long. Rest the head on the mat or look forward. It's up to you. Stretch through fingertips and toes. And then lift one foot, the other. And then it's as if you're swimming. So as if you're kicking your feet in a pool. You've got your hands on a kickboard. You're looking down towards the water or you're looking forward. It's up to you. But feel those glutes starting to engage and feel your shoulders drawing into their sockets. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax your legs down. Bring your hands one hand length towards you. Press into the hands and feel yourself now into more of a back bend. Tuck the chin into the throat. And then look forward. Look over to the right. And forward to the left. And forward. Press into the hands. And feel as if you're drawing that heart towards your hands as the shoulders draw towards your legs, and then release. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. We're now in Sphinx position. Stretch through your big toes and touch your big toes together. Press into your elbows and draw your heart forward. Breathe in and expand your belly into the earth beneath you. And breathe out. Relax your belly, relax your legs. Then tuck your right toes under and lift that right knee. Squeeze that left glute, that right glute. Hold it. Breathe normally for a moment. And release it. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee, squeeze the left glute. Breathe and feel your belly touch the earth as you breathe. Press into the elbows, don't collapse through your shoulders. And release. And then bring your hands under your shoulders and lift yourself up into cat pose. So we start with just 3 cat-cows, just like we did standing. And then I'm going to put the music on and you're going to make it a crazy cat. You can circle head, neck, shoulders, hips. For now, one more breath in our normal cat-cow, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to contract. And then we'll come into a bit of free movement. And so pausing there, noticing what that's like. It's hard, isn't it? To just go, what does my body like in this position? So from here, extend that left leg back. Lengthen and touch the toes to the floor, and then lift that leg straight up into tiger position. We're using that left glute. Bend the leg, and then just tiny pulses towards the sky. Using that left glute, and just look down between your legs and make sure that your hips are square. So that left hip shouldn't be twisting and opening outward, even subtly. We want like 2 headlights focused down towards the ground, and just tiny pulses, tuning into that glute, which is an important supporter of our low back. And bending the leg helps to switch off that hamstring so it's not doing the work of that glute. So a couple more little pulses here, and then we're going to make it a tiger curl. So breathe in, and then breathe out. Bring that bent knee forward, bring your nose to your knee. Pause there a moment, press the earth away. And then breathing in, lengthen and straighten that leg. And we'll do that 2 more times. Breathing out, tucking and curling. Breathing in, extending. Breathing out, curl. Breathing in, extend. And then bring that foot in. Bring yourself back into child's pose. Bring your hands to your low back and just give it a little tap. And then up and down your spine, along your glutes. Just a little mini massage here. And then we come back into our cat position. Extend through the left leg, toes are touching, press the earth away with your hands. And then lift that leg up into tiger position, and then bend the knee. Make sure the knee is pointing towards the earth just like the other one, and tiny little pulses up towards the sky. You're looking down at the space between your hands. That keeps the back of your neck long. So being really respectful of our spine. If you can feel your shoulders bunching up around your ears, just roll them back and down. Just invite them back into their sockets. Feel that there's some integrity there behind your heart, between the shoulder blades, keeping your upper torso nice and strong, and those tiny lifts. And then with your next exhalation, you're going to bring that knee and the nose towards each other, curl under. That should feel good after that little back bend. And then breathe in, straighten the leg, extend through the toes. Breathe out, tuck under. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, tucking under. Last time, extend and hold for a second. And then the leg comes down. And we're going to come over onto our backs for our side. We don't want to miss out on our lovely twist. Got a little mozzie friend here, determined to get me. So you're on whichever side you like. Legs are in our 90-degree position, supporting your head if you need to or want to. And you guys know where we're going with this. So you're either going to circle around to create this twist, or you're just going to open the arm overhead to create the twist. So knowing that, and knowing we've practiced this, I'm going to put on the music and let you explore the twist. On this side, So coming out of that, just bringing yourself back into your starting position and then rolling over onto your back. Pause a moment, bring the knees into the chest, and then lengthen that left leg. Before we come to the other side, we're just going to let that iliopsoas muscle lengthen and open out. So you're holding that right knee. The left leg is as straight, as comfortable for you without feeling any pinching at your low back. Soften the shoulders down. And then we're just going to do 5 rounds of deep yogic breath into the belly. That's going to let these deep muscles in the front of that left hip relax. Now I'm also going to offer you a little value add to that, which is ujjayi breath, which is the whispering breath. So as you do it, you just slightly constrict the throat to create a hissing sound as you breathe. So if your mouth were open and you're breathing through your mouth, it would be like you're trying to fog a mirror in front of your mouth. But we're doing it with our nose instead. So maybe feel there's a little mirror under your nose and you're trying to fog that mirror with your exhalation. This ujjayi breath helps to slow the exhalation and the vibration in the throat, again, working with the vagal nerve, which is part of what makes yoga so powerful, not just for our joints and muscles, but for the whole of our nervous system. And so let's change legs now. So bringing that other knee into the chest, lengthening the opposite leg. Maybe there's a bit of bend or support with a cushion under the knee. We don't want any pinching at the low back. And then 5 deep yogic breaths with ujjayi, if that's okay for you. Fogging the mirror, breathing in and out through the nose, making that hissing sound or whispering sound. It's also called an ocean breath. That sound the surf just kind of constantly makes. The waves of it rolling. And feel how that slows things down and lets you tune in. Getting to know our own bodies through our practice. And then bringing that knee in, and we'll come to our other side for the twist. This is our last movement today. So setting yourself up on opposite side for the twist. I'll start the music. Remember, as you're exploring it, the movements could be neck. I found mine was just moving my neck. Could be arms, could be legs, could be thighs, whatever feels nice to you. And so finishing your movement in the twist and coming back over onto your back. Having a full body stretch, extend the legs, extend the arms, and then breathing out, bring the knees into the chest. Take the feet up towards the sky for happy baby. So the soles of your feet are flat as if they're touching the ceiling, and you're holding the backs of knees or ankles or inner arches, whatever is available for your hips, and trying to keep your bottom on the ground. You're not all curled up. And then take the knees so they're dropping, hopefully, as they loosen to either side of your armpits. And then just have a little play in this position, moving the legs around, maybe massaging the back again like you did with the knees into the chest, but we're getting this opening in the inner thighs now as well. This is our last posture today. And so breathing and softening, starting the day with a back that you've really felt and moved and awakened in so many different ways. Lovely. And then bring the knees together. Hold the backs of the knees and press your heels to the sky. I know hamstrings can be a limiting factor here, but just as high as you can get them. Gosh, I'm being attacked by mosquitoes. Lift your heels towards the sky. Hold them there a moment, supported by your hands. Try to relax the low back down. Have the knees as bent as you need them so the low back is comfortable. And then breathe out, bring the knees to the chest. Take the legs, mat width apart, so your feet are touching the edges of your mat. And then just a little soft swaying side to side. And then bring your feet a little bit further down so the knees are a little bit less bent. Sway again. Oh my gosh. And then back down so your feet are completely extended. They are mat width apart. Your heels are just off your mat. If you need support under your knees, please do that. And then turn your toes in towards each other. Breathe in. Breathe out, let your toes flop out. Breathe in, the toes come towards each other. Breathe out, let them flop and be soft. In, big toes come towards each other. Out, the legs relaxed. And do that 3 more times without me talking you through it. The in-breath brings you to center. And then just let yourself be in stillness here. Tuck the chin into the throat. Breathe in. And then relax the head, relax the chin. Draw your arms down towards your legs. Feel the shoulders stretching down towards your feet. Breathe in. Palms are up. Breathe out, relax the arms. Let them flop down. Let the head flop side to side. And then find your center point and come to stillness. Open your eyes wide, like you're really surprised, looking at the ceiling. Breathe in. And then breathe out, squeeze your eyes shut. Breathe in, open your eyes wide, look upwards. Breathe out, squeeze your eyelids into your eyeballs. One more time, breathe in, open wide. And then breathe out, let your eyes be soft. I'm getting eaten alive here. And then breathing in, Open your mouth wide. And then breathe out, let it be soft. Breathe in, open your mouth wide. Sorry, I just have to close the door. I'm getting eaten alive by mozzies. And breathe out, soften. One more time. And this time, stick your tongue out. And soften. And then let the whole body be still. And I'd like you to really have a sense in these last moments of our practice of really cherishing and savoring the stillness here. Feeling the earth beneath you. Feeling the breath flowing in your body. And I'll just play one little song, and I just want you to focus on the breath and the letting go with each exhalation. And then taking a deep breath in and out. Having a sense of your body and the day that lies ahead of you. And the feeling of taking this awareness of your body into your day. What would that look like? And if you honored your body as much as you've just done on the mat this morning, throughout the rest of the day, what would that look like? See yourself doing whatever that looks like. Remembering Aristotle's words, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And the human body is not an instrument to be used, but a realm of one's being to be experienced, explored, enriched, educated, maybe I would add, and cherished, savored. And so I invite you to have a full body stretch. Begin to come into the rest of your day with whatever movement feels right, meeting together to finish our practice, sitting, or in whatever way is comfortable for you. And we'll seal our practice with 3 Oms, which interestingly research is showing is another way to really tone the vagal nerve, this really important nerve, that when it is well toned, it's related to resilience. And so bringing your hands either to rest at your heart or in prayer position, breathing in, fill the belly. Feel that vibration in your throat, breathing in deep into the belly. One more. Deep, all the way down the spine, all the way into the pelvis with your in-breath. And hands in prayer. The light within me honors, sees, acknowledges the light within all of you. Namaste. Thank you, guys. I hope your practice went well today.